All right, that was Beyonce's latest music video released the day before her Super Bowl performance, both of which are sparking controversy right down the black and blue color line. While some love the performance, the latest group to speak out against it is the Miami Fraternal Order of Police. The local union president says the group voted and plans to boycott Beyonce's world tour, which kicks off in Miami in April. Lieutenant Javier Ortiz says they don't plan to provide security.
We're not going to voluntarily show up there and sign up to work for a woman that has portrayed a message that is anti-police.
So I should also point out that not all rank and file police officers agree with Ortiz. Some have said he doesn't speak for them. So somebody who does agree with Ortiz's move, retired detective lieutenant from the Nutley, New Jersey Police Department, Steve Rogers, and Beyonce supporter, entertainment commentator Holland Reed. Welcome to you both. Steve, I'll start with you. Why do you agree with Ortiz's move to boycott Beyonce's concert?
Well, look, the police have no way to defend themselves other than to exercise their First Amendment rights. And I would take it a step further. Every police officer and family in this nation should boycott every sponsor of her programs. Look, three groups of people are guilty of what was a despicable, disrespectful performance. The NFL, poor judgment, shame on them. Beyonce's message only served one purpose: to strengthen the wall of separation between the police and the community. And there are hardworking people in the minority community as well as in law enforcement trying to bring everyone together. And then finally, you have the politicians. Those individuals that get elected every year and look for the photo ops with cops. Well, police officers who are listening, don't take the photo op. Ask them what they did for you when the chips were down and when there was a lot of anti-police rhetoric going around this nation. So yes, I support what they're doing, and let's hope we got more performers coming up like Lady Gaga that did a great service to this nation on the way she performed.
All right, Holland, so you heard Steve. He's saying that Beyonce is even creating a greater wall between the community and the police. He's saying that we should go beyond what Ortiz has already recommended and boycotting the sponsors of some of Beyonce's programming. What's your reaction to that?
I completely disagree. And the reason being is that it is more divisive when you take an organization that is supposed to serve and protect a community that gets to enjoy entertainment in their own way, whatever they feel, and you decide to not serve and protect that community based on your opinion of what Beyonce was saying. Beyonce at no point in this video or in any statements has said she's anti-cop. Beyonce is anti-discrimination. She's anti-bad cop. She's anti-systematic oppression. So you're taking an opinion and you're placing it on a video that was simply her expressing her concern that happens in the black community when it comes to, not being treated as equal. So for an organization that's supposed to serve and protect the community, no matter what community that is, to take a stand on and have an opinion on something that's supposed to be artistic is not doing your job. I think they need to wake up and grow up and do what they're supposed to do and not put things out there and put something in Beyonce's mouth that she never said.
Well, I'm going to give you a wake-up call since you mentioned the word wake-up, okay? You never heard that the police were not going there. If they're under orders to go, they will do their job. What you heard was they're not going to volunteer. So I'm going to ask you this question. Do they not have their right to not work there if they choose not to? This is their individual right. You see, you're looking at it one way.
Well, Steve,
Let's talk about the rights of one side and not the other. I'm absolutely not looking at it one way. I'm looking at it as you as an officer, and these officers can go home and take off their uniform and not be cops. They absolutely have their right to not serve. Beyonce is talking about something that is racial. She doesn't get to go home and take off her skin color, okay? She has to be black all the time. So that's what she's talking about. She's talking about discrimination against a people by the way they were born,
I think the conversation,
not by their job
not to cut both of you off, but I think the conversation is more surrounding whether or not it should be done and the message that's being sent. I want to bring up a tweet that was posted by Beyonce's dancers, and it has fists pumped in the air. Some say it was reminiscent of the Black Panther movement, but no reference to the Black Panthers in the comments. Steve, what exactly do police find wrong with the video and the performances of Beyonce and her dancers?
Well, look, it's symbolic of a constant message going out to everyone that it's anti-police. Look, communication is not only through lyrics, but it's also through nonverbal communication. Wouldn't it have been nice to see if she had police officers on that stage embracing those dancers, sending a message to young people that despite of all the political rhetoric, we have to work together? That would have been a real neat thing to do, and what an opportunity she missed. So you know what she decided to do? Make a political statement at a family event, and it's backfiring.
Well, so Holland, I would say that I would, put that over to you. I hear you laughing in my ear while he was talking, but no, it's okay. It's your visceral reaction to what he's saying, but I would say that to you in that. Is there a point that's being missed in that on the one hand, she is making a statement, but on the other hand, should there have been a representation of the good cop? Because you're saying it's not a representation of all cops, just bad cops. So
right. This was an artistic choice. This was a political artistic choice. If she decided to go in the route to say, yes, I'm pro-black, that does not mean she's anti-white. It also does not mean she's anti-all cops. She is anti the systematic oppression that happens in some communities that cops are leading in, just like there's people that are going to hate cops, there are cops that are anti-black. It is a fact. It's not something that she needs to stand on stage with good cops and hug and sing Kumbaya. That was not her choice. Her choice was to make a statement against the oppression, not for the good cops. If she later wants to come in and hug good cops, good for Beyonce. That's not the statement she was trying to make.
And the police are making their choice.
Excuse me, you're trying to make it a blanketed statement, and that's not what her point was. Her point was to make a direct statement against the oppression that happens against people of color in the United States of America.
I don't mean to cut you off,
but as you know,
are
making their choice against what they perceive as being bashed. Okay, so guess what? They're both making the choices that they think
to our world.
Not to cut you both off, but we have run out of time. But in essence, both of you are kind of making the same point in that both performer and police officers have the choice in this matter. A very divisive subject, to say the least. Thank you guys both for joining us. With more news.